If you're not with the liberation of African people, if you're not with the Pan-Africanism, if you're not with the black liberation, if you're not with the dismantling of all these racist and unjust and unrighteous, wicked systems and civilizations, if you're not with decolonization, get the fuck off my page. Because moving on, there's no more room for you. Oh, so peace, power, progression to the creative, righteous children. Thank you for tuning into this divine frequency I'm sending you. Enough love, enough upfulness, enough righteousness, enough passion, the passion and the life force and the drive that you need to continue, and the discipline that you need to see it through. I'm sending all of that. May you be successful in every venture that you put yourself forward into. May your life force energy see the things that you want to manifest, manifest. May you be successful in all that you go about. Ashe, 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 oh. So, today, right now, what we're getting into is divinity, and the divinity of black people, and the divinity of African people. What makes us divine, and how do we tap into this divine? This divinity. How do we know what this divinity is? When I say divine, what I mean is that that force and that energy behind all things. And I mean that life force energy that comes beyond everything, but it also fuels everything. So when I say black people are divine, I mean that we are the creators of all life upon this planet. I mean that we are the life force itself. We are the battery of this planet. So why are African people divine? What makes us divine? But like I said, we are the original. So what this means is that we are the mother, we are the father of all civilization, of all human life upon this planet. You go and check it, you go and research, you'll see that the first fossil that was found inside of this earth that we live on was in Africa. All the ancient fossils of humans that they found are in Africa, the oldest ones. So, and the oldest one is Lucy in Ethiopia. They call her Lucy. But the Ethiopians, they call her something else. I can't remember right now. But her name is Lucy. And she's a black woman. So the oldest fossil that we have is a black woman. You see, so literally the black woman is the mother of all civilization, all human life, the creator of all human life. Black woman, black man. Another thing is not just that we are the original, but to expand on us being the original. What this means is that every other race, skin color, group, ethnic group that you see originates from Africa. And this is proven genetically through the fact that African people can have shades from as dark as pure blackness, or blue, or dark purple, to as light as a white person, or as like brownish, like light skin, as a sand in the desert. You know, we can have all these different shades of black, which is the proof that shows you genetically we contain the blueprint for every person that's on this planet. And same thing with the skin color that can happen is with the hair texture. Black people can have very coarse 4C, quote unquote, type hair, very tight nappy type hair, natty type hair, or we can have more loose hair, even to curly hair and even to sometimes straight hair on a rare occasion, because that is all genetically recessive, light skin and straight hair. So this brings me to my next point about what makes African people divine. Well, we divine because the genes of the African are dominant. And not dominant because I say they are dominant, but dominant because if a black man and a white woman have a child, the child will have brown skin. Vice versa, if a white man has a child with a black woman, the child will have brown skin. So the fact that we can create that brown skin, even if we mate with someone that's white, shows you genetically the child will always show up brown, because that creator gene is still in them. And that brown child could have a child that's darker than them. You know, so this is what makes us divine. This is part of what makes us divine. Down to our skin and the melanin and what lays inside of our skin. The melanin is almost like the chlorophyll for the plants. So what our melanin does inside of our skin, there's a photosynthetic relationship that it has with the sun. So on one hand, our melanin, it protects us from being damaged by the sun. It protects us. But on another level, it gives us a certain strength, a certain life force, and a certain fire and a passion that no other people upon this planet have. Now why we call ourselves the children of the sun. Because where say the sun might touch a European skin and burn them, and it might burn them bad, and they might be really hurt up. What it does when it touches an African skin is charge the skin. And you get darker, and the darker you get, the more protection you have. You know, so there's power in melanin. And there's energy that we get from the sun. The sun sends us light codes. And this activates our melanin. This charges our DNA. You know, and melanin is genetic, you see. So our DNA is charged and activated and unlocked when we sit in the sun and we get darker. You know, so there's much power to African people being divine. Africa is the most linguistically diverse continent on the earth, meaning that it can only be the most creative, because how else would you get that many languages? You would have to be the most creative group of people who are always creating languages. So it has the most diverse language groups, languages, and it also has the most diverse ethnic groups and groups of tribes and groups of ethnicities. And so, yeah, so we have just a creative group of people. And this brings back to what do I say about the divine? The infinite creator, the most creative. So if we have the most languages and the most ethnic groups, we must be the most creative. If we have the most diverse culture on the earth, we must be the creator. Especially if we are the homeland and we have the most diverse cultures, well, it'd be really easy to say that all cultures upon the earth come from Africa. Be quite easy to say. You know, but I ain't gonna go into that. We're not gonna go into that. So say, what's another reason to say that black people divine? Let's see. For the fact that all music upon the earth, whether it be blues, jazz, rock and roll, reggae, ska, salsa, blues, bamba, I want to say, yeah, all of these things, yeah, all of these things, all of those genres I just named and shit, any genre you could think of, country, whatever, all of it has origins with African people. And this influence can be seen, you know, it can be pointed out. I might have a video where I go on and break on some of that and the cultural influences. But these are just some of the things that make us as a people divine. It might be a part 2 to this because it seemed like I'm about to run out of storage on my camera, but this is it for now, just to go over some of the basic things that make us divine as a people and why we need to tap into that. So until next time, peace, power, progression. We're gonna forward on this topic at another time. 1.